Hey there guys, how's it going? Tyler here with Your Movie Fix, and I just got done checking out the new teaser for Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. I watched it quite a few times. That is still my number 2 most anticipated movie of the year. I have a very deep love for the Harry Potter world, and I'm very, very excited for this movie. Starring Eddie Redmayne as Newt Scamander, Alison Zoodle and Catherine Waterston as Queenie Goldstein and Tina Goldstein, respectively, who are these American wizards that Newt comes to America to visit over in New York. And they ended up befriending a nomage, a muggle named Jacob Kowalski, played by Dan Fogler. So the trailer starts out with a voiceover by Percival Graves, who we now know Colin Farrell's character to be, presumably talking to Newt Scamander, and probably, a very tense conversation throughout the movie, or even an interrogation. Now, I don't think that this movie is going to necessarily have a villain. I think he'll play the role of the antagonist. I'll get a little more onto that later, though. So we get a lot of beautiful shots here in New York. This takes place in the 20s, I believe, 1928. Some really cool things with Newt Scamander, like prepping food for all these creatures, getting his suitcase ready on his trip to go to America. I think this is going to be really cool. We also find out from Percival Graves that Newt Scamander was kicked out of Hogwarts for endangering, human life. With some creature of his that he had. I think this, it obviously shows that Newt has always had an affinity for these animals and these creatures, and maybe it got the best of him in school with collecting them. Maybe he thought he could bring it to school, kind of like how Hagrid was with Aragog and trying to sneak it and raise it, but something goes terribly wrong and he gets kicked out of school. And then we find out that there was also an Albus Dumbledore name drop from Percival, who was the teacher that vouched for Newt to stay in school, but who knows, we'll have to find out the final verdict of whether or not he gets kicked out of school or not. But it was cool to hear Albus Dumbledore's name drop, and I actually had to do a little bit of math here to try and figure out, because we have seen a young Dumbledore in The Half-Blood Prince, and that took place in 1937 when Dumbledore goes to meet Tom Riddle. So he would have been about 56, because J.K. Rowling has revealed that Dumbledore was 115 when he died. And if you aren't aware, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, that movie takes place in 1998. So you back it up 70 years to 28, he's going to be 45. So Albus Dumbledore would be about 45 in the events of this film. So that could be pretty interesting. I hope that we do get to see some form of a younger Dumbledore and a Grindelwald. I think that would be very, very interesting. But we are getting a trilogy of these Fantastic Beasts movies, so we'll really see how that plays out. Just based on this trailer, I really like the vibe that we get from Newt Scamander, that he's this very kept to himself, maybe a little eccentric, very studious person, that he probably did amazing in school. He's very intelligent. He loves what he's doing. He loves to take care of these creatures. And he seems like he's going to be a rather fun character. I really love Eddie Redmayne. I think he's a fantastic actor. I'm so glad that we have this level of talent in the movie. All across the board, so much talent. But it seems like he's going to bring a lot of fun. I really like the bit with the Muggle-friendly, or the Muggle-worthy case is what it was. So he's got his case full of creatures. He goes into customs or whatever. He's getting off the train. They're going to check his luggage. Then they open it up, and there's obviously creatures inside, but there's a magical spell, and you can't really see. It's just closed, whatever. Probably wouldn't have been a very good idea if he touched it, though. We also get a newspaper that hints to the magical disturbance risking wizard exposure. I'm going to guess that this is an event caused by Newt Scamander's beast that got out, start causing all kinds of crazy chaos all throughout New York. So he's going to have a lot on his hands. So we get a look at a bunch of other little creatures that are probably going to be helping him all throughout the movie, kind of like pets. I think that's going to be a lot of fun. And that's one thing that the movie screams at me, is that it's going to be fun. That's one thing I love about the Harry Potter movies, is that this is going to branch off in that world. We're in a different country, and we're going on an adventure. That's what these movies usually are they're adventurous and they're fun. And I don't think we're going to have a straight up villain, like a Voldemort or anything like that. But I think Colin Farrell is going to serve as the antagonist. He's going to be in their way a lot throughout the movie. He's kind of like the American equivalent of an Auror, which was basically like a wizard cop, so to speak, for the Magical Congress here in the United States. Overall, I really dug this trailer. I love the vibe they're going for. It definitely feels set in the world of Harry Potter. I'm so glad that J.K. Rowling is here writing the movie. I hope she does more of them. And the familiar music even kicks in, and then you really get the feeling that this is the wizarding world. It's back. I really, really enjoyed this movie. Still has me very excited. I can't wait for a full theatrical trailer, even though this kind of felt like one for a 2-minute, some trailer. But it was still considered a teaser. It's teasing the story. Not too much was given to us. And we even get a fun little moment here with Newt Scamander and Jacob Kowalski, who is actually a muggle. He's a nomad that they befriend. That's going to play as a very interesting dynamic to have these muggles knowing about these wizards and witches, and he's obviously looking at it as we can see in the trailer. So anyways, guys, comment down below, what did you think of this trailer? Are you a big Harry Potter fan? Are you looking forward to this? I, for one, can't wait to see an entire trilogy, more movies spaced in the world of Harry Potter. I'm very excited for that. Comment down below. I want to know your thoughts. Anyways, guys, this has been your Movie Fix. Be sure to subscribe for more movie news, movie reviews, trailer breakdowns, trailer reviews, all that good stuff. I'll see you on the next video.